Also, if they have a question, they can email you. Is that okay?
In Arizona, he said Arizona was his main residence. When he applied for money in DC, he said DC is his main residence.
Hang on, Hudson. Let me make sure you're covered.
DC is your main residence. You're relying on a federal form. Then you really cannot serve
Here comes another Tim Beckett.
Hey, Hudson.
Yes.
I've got a great product to help you promote your business. I'm going to shoot you a video and introduce you. All right.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Anything I can do to help you grow the company, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, Fundable 360, you guys, is one of our great products because businesses, you and me included, you guys, want to be able to build business credit where you can borrow money on your EIN and not affect your, not sign, do a personal guarantee, right? And if you give your efforts time to compound with this program, which is 6, 12, 18, over time it grows and grows and grows and gives you incredible opportunities. You can buy houses with it, buy cars with it, do a lot of things with it, and it's not tied to your personal name. This is a great, formula, but we can certainly help business owners with this if they don't need the money like yesterday, right? We have Bank Breezy for money yesterday at high rates. These are competitive rates with great banks, and you just got to build it over time. So it's a great service to companies to help them build business credit, and Fundable 360 is perfect for it. Hudson's going to take you guys through a quick class on it, and you guys will learn about this as a solution for businesses that we can help them with, and you can help yourself with this too. Hudson, take it away.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike, for the introduction. As always, appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, as well, for being here with us on the call today. Just want to make sure that everyone can see my screen and everyone can hear me okay.
Perfection. You're good to go.
Perfect. Let me hang on here. Having one technical issue. There we go. Okay, so
recording in progress.
Who are we? What do we do? How do we do it? We're going to jump through all of that today. I know a bunch of you guys have been booking appointments with us to have your questions answered, and we love that. We want to help you guys. We want to make sure that you're familiar with our program and continue training you guys so you can train your teams and continue sharing this program as you're out there prospecting, speaking with business owners as well. So thank you for your continued effort. Thank you for joining our training today. You guys are the ones that are helping us, and we want to help you as well. So let's go through the training here today. Fundable 360, talk a little bit about it. So Fundable 360, who are we? We're your fundable source with no personal guarantee required. That's our company slogan here at Fundable 360. We want to make sure that we're able to help businesses acquire corporate credit without the need for a personal guarantee. That's what we do, and we do it very well. So let's jump into that a little bit and start talking about it. So who is Fundable 360? Fundable 360 is a financial technology company that has access to real-time business scoring, allows all of our clients to get access to a dashboard where they can view in real time their business credit as well. But we have systems and strategies and technology in place to help us come up with processes and algorithms and use technology to build business credit that is solely attached to the EIN, having nothing to do with the SSN. That's what we do, and we do it really well. We want to make sure that we create the separation between EIN and SSN early on, make sure that it's done properly, and my concierge team walks you through that entire process. So like you can see there, we have an in-house concierge team that works with every single one of our clients to guide them through the entire process from A to Z, to helping them get set up with a professional email address, to helping them make the decision between a term loan or line of credit or business credit cards, whatever they might be at any stage of their business they might be in. Our concierge team is there to help them and guide them through the entire process. So they make sure that they hold their hand, they work with them. It is a done with you program. So we want to make sure that we're helping the client through that entire thing. As we start to build business credit, start to use these algorithms and drive our scores, we're now getting access to perpetual funding sources over and over again. You can see there, we have delegate underwriting with 200 banks, lenders, and institutions throughout the country. What that means is we're able to have these relationships with the bank and know that criteria that they're looking for as their underwriting department is saying yes or saying no to businesses and business owners all day long. What does that mean for you guys? What does that mean for a Fundable 360 client? That means that we have cracked the code. We know the secret sauce that these guys are looking for every single day to be able to build and structure and manufacture your profile in a way that fits their box, that gets them to say yes to you every single time without saying no. without wondering why you got denied. We know how to craft your profile, and my concierge team is constantly making sure that they're working with you to shape that profile and having our system constantly check about 125 different factors to make sure you're as fundable as possible, make sure you have continuous access to increased lines, make sure you have access to funding when you need it or even when you don't need it, because the best funding to have is funding when you don't need it. No premium on any of our rates. This is important. In the lending world, it's hard to come by a company that doesn't offer any premium on the rates or offer 1 or 2 extra points because you're not working directly with the lender. Due to our delegate underwriting access, we're working directly with all the lenders in our system. So they integrate in our technology. They can see your profile. They can see your dashboard, and they start to offer you all these kinds of offers that become available to you at no premium. So I'll give you an example. If Chase Bank is charging 5.9%, then you're also paying 5.9%. It's a straight pass through to you, straight to you, no premium, no upcharge. Pre-approvals, they happen all the time, right? We have access to all these accounts in your dashboard. You get to see them, you get access to them, and they continue to stack up and stack up. So now you're using them when you need it. When they're needed, you have access to control and pick and choose when you want to use accounts that you're pre-approved for. As you can see at the bottom, right, it's a bunch of publications and news outlets that have featured us, talked about our product. It's not to brag or say, we're better than other companies out there. It's simply to let you know that we've been vetted by some of the biggest businesses out there. They've gone through, they've seen our process, they've seen the magic we do, and they want to share that with people as well. So let's keep moving on here and talk about what does Fundable 360 do? Like I mentioned when we first got on this call, what we do and what we do really well is help businesses acquire business credit solely attached to their EIN without the need for their SSN. We go through that methodical process of taking special things to create separation, getting them set up with business bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, and get those bureaus to start reporting scores to the lenders, to the trade lines, to the vendors, so we can start to get access to all these different programs. We work with all kinds of businesses, from startup to run-up. Whether a business is 1 year old or 20 years old, we have plans, strategies, structures in place to help them get their goals and get to them quick, right? Everything we do, like I mentioned, is solely based off the EIN. There's no need for the owner's personal credit information. Everything we do is off the EIN that's attached to the LLC or the corporation. As long as they have an EIN, we can work with them. Even if they're a day old, we can work with them, and we're going to help them from A to Z get set up, structured, and start building business credit to get access to all different kinds of funding opportunities. You can see there, we're often able to do this with no personal guarantees. How is that possible? Because of the strategies that we've learned from being in the space for 14 years. We've learned exactly what the banks like to see. We've learned how to work with them to get a candidate qualified to be able to get access to funding without personal guarantees, or get access to vehicle financing without personal guarantees, get access to business credit cards without personal guarantees, through the methodical and systematic process that we help them through. We talked about the concierge team, but let's talk a little bit about their schedule. You get real-time calls with them, so you get to call them 1, 5, 15 times a day. Getting a direct line to a credit expert is unheard of, right? You get to work with our team from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday to Friday, 10 times a day, 15 times a day, 30 times a day, whatever it might be, getting the chance to speak with a credit expert and let them walk you through the entire steps, show you how things are done. It's super powerful. They're the heroes in this. They know how to do things right. They want to help you go through this process and work with you and lay that roadmap out so you can continue to follow it and continue to build business credit the right way. You can call them for progress updates. You can call them for hey, where are things out on my account? Where is the reporting taking place? What can I do to speed things up? Where's the status on this? All of that is available through them. You get direct access to them. Utilize it. Take advantage of it. They're awesome. My in-house credit and finance team becomes your in-house credit and finance team. My staff becomes your staff. They work for you. They report to you, and they help you through this entire thing. So, who qualifies for credit right now that we know what Fundable 360 does, how we do what we do, how we're able to have such success over and over again, right? It's 100% guaranteed. We know that if we do X, we're going to get Y because of the steps that we're taking. We just need to make sure that we're taking the proper steps and following and working with the concierge team as they're laying those steps out for us. So who can qualify? Almost any business can qualify for corporate credit for Fundable 360. What are some of the things they need to work with us? One is they need an EIN. This can be attached to an LLC, it can be attached to an S Corp, C Corp, really doesn't matter. As long as it's a legal business entity and they have an EIN number, they can work with us. It can be a day old, it can be 20 years old. It really doesn't matter. They also need a business bank account that is attached to the EIN. Some other things that we need that help us create the separation between individual and business is a website. We also need a professional email address, not a Gmail, not a Yahoo, Hudson at fundable360.com, Mike at dreamsbusinessresources.com, right? Professional email address, professional website to verify that the business claims what it's saying it's doing and verify that it's operating, and we're creating separation. We also need a mailing address that's not a residence. This is a big one. If you don't have a brick and mortar location, a virtual office works just fine. What this does is allows that separation to deepen even more, right? When we start to apply for lending and start to apply for funding, what happens is if we go to the bank and say, here's our profile, we're completely separate from our business and we want our business to stand on its own, they're going to say, great. And when they start going through stuff, they'll see the mailing address and for the business and the mailing address for the resident is the same. And they're going to say, well, how come you're two different people if you live and work at the same place? So we want to make sure we avoid that. We want to get set up with a virtual office, get set up with a proper business address, and have it updated with the Secretary of State and the IRS so everybody's speaking from the same drum, everyone's cohesion, so there's no hiccups or anything that might hurt us and cause a delay in the process. Let's talk about what's not required. What's not required is financials, collateral, balance sheets, profit and loss statements, the owner's personal credit information, right? All the traditional stuff that we've been told we need to qualify for funding, to qualify for business credit, to qualify for corporate credit, to get access to revolving accounts with different businesses on the corporate side. None of that's required in the traditional business credit program. All that's required is what you see above, the EIN, the business bank account, website, professional email address. From there, my team is going to help structure you and walk you through the entire process of building business credit, getting it strong enough, getting a paydex score, getting set up with all these bureaus to let the business stand on its own and start to qualify for corporate credit programs over and over again without having to reapply over and over again. Now, is that to say if a business has been structured and has 10 years of financials and collateral and balance sheets and revenues and all of that we can't work with them? Absolutely not. We absolutely have channels that we can push them through and get them qualified for faster, more traditional programs, like a business line of credit right away or like a term loan, SBA. All of that's available as well. And they can also work with our in-house finance team as they're working through the business credit traditional program as well. So let's talk about the service fee, right? What do we charge for this? So we do charge a one-time fee for our service. That fee to the public is $39.95. However, to the Dreams Business Resources Group and people that are referred through the Dreams Business Resources Group, there's a $1,000 discount. You get everything that we've talked about so far for $29.95. One-time fee. We never collect the dollar from you again. So let's go through all the things that you get access to with that enrollment fee. Number one is you get use of the technology for life. You get to use that technology and continue to have access to that technology for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it might be. So you can continuously come back and have access to different programs, have access to different corporate credit that you can take advantage of, whether you need expansion or you need money for inventory or you need access to an SBA loan because you want to continue to buy commercial property and expand your business, whatever it might be. You have access to all of these things in the dashboard, lifetime access, one-time fee. You also get access to that concierge team we talked about. You get to work with my team. They become your team. You can call them at any time, work with them Monday to Friday, 9 to 7, speak with a live human being. They're going to guide you through this entire thing. They're the real rock stars. No premium on our rates. We did touch on that a little bit, but let's touch on it again. 5.9% with Chase Bank is 5.9% with us. If we match you with Chase Bank and you get approved in our system, there's no premium. You're paying exactly what that bank or that lender's business customers are paying every single day as they walk in and out of the door. You're also getting access to continuous new lines without reapplying over and over again because our system and our ecosystem, once we get you in and start building this credit and start not shopping you, but start letting you get exposed to these different vendors and banks that we work with, you start to have all these new lines start to come in without doing anything. You're not having to go through that reapplication process again. You're not having to get set up and structured properly again because you're in our ecosystem and we're continuing to structure your profile in a way that continuously has new opportunities coming available to you over and over. We're going to talk about the optional hybrid model here in a second that's more available for immediate funding, for businesses that are looking for immediate funding. We have a solution for you as well right there. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But let's talk about the performance guarantee. So we do offer a performance guarantee as a company. We offer a minimum of $50,000 worth of corporate credit that you will be approved for, that you can use for your business. Now, that does come in all different types of sizes and forms, because every business we work with, their needs are a little bit different, right? Some are looking solely for business credit cards. Some are looking for a line of credit. Some are looking for a term loan. Some want vendor credit. So everyone's needs are a little bit different. So we want to make sure that we're able to encompass everyone and work together to accomplish that goal of $50,000 worth of corporate credit that they can have access to in their dashboard. Now, obviously, the business must comply with the program. They must work with our concierge team because it is a done-with-you program. So we do need the business to practice good financial habits. That performance guarantee is refundable as long as we have done everything on our end as a company, Fundable 360, to get to that number of $50,000, and the client has also participated in the program, practiced good habits, worked with our team, and we've exhausted all options. If for some reason we're unsuccessful in getting you access to $50,000 worth of corporate credit, we'll issue you a refund, and you get to keep the work we've done. However, we've never had to do that. We've been in business for 14 years. We've never had to do that because the process works 100% of the time. As long as you or your client works with our team and follows the roadmap that we're laying out, it works 100% of the time. And $50,000 is just the minimum, right? We have clients that have access to $250,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 worth of corporate credit that they're utilizing right now as we speak, because they've gone through the process, they've gone through the program, and continue to build on their business credit that they've set up. So let's talk about that optional hybrid program that I just mentioned. So usually it's another $1,000 to people outside of Dreams Business Resources. However, this is also included in the $29.95. So all in $29.95, you get access to the traditional Business Credit Builder program. And for those of you that want to take advantage of the hybrid program that I'm going to share with you here, you also can take advantage of it. Your clients can take advantage of it if they qualify. They do have to qualify for this program. It is an add-on, but it's there if they want to take advantage of it. The enrollment fee goes to covering the traditional Business Credit Builder program that all of our clients go through, because it does two things well. It creates separation between the business and the EIN, or the business and the SSN, and it also helps them get set up and structured to receive perpetual funding over and over and over again without reapplying. So in addition to the Credit Builder program of using our technology, that dashboard we talked about to optimize algorithms with the concierge assistance, proven and guaranteed success, right? It works 100% of the time. Continuous and repeated access to corporate credit. Clients can also take advantage of our hybrid program or our stackable program you might have heard referred to as well. This program is multiple credit lines that are stacked on top of each other from multiple different banks. So it might come from 3 or 4 or 5 different banks. What they'll do is they will get you access sometimes up to $200,000 in unsecured credit lines that are stacked on top of each other, dependent on the applicant's credit strength. This program is solely driven by personal credit. They don't look at revenue, they don't look at income, they don't look at taxes, they don't look at personal credit, or they don't look at business credit, It's solely driven by personal credit, and it happens in 2 to 3 weeks. So from application to funding, it takes 2 to 3 weeks. You can get qualified for up to $200,000 in unsecured credit at 0% for 12 to 18 months, sometimes even all the way up to 2 years. Now, the credit lines are issued to the EIN, so these credit lines are helping you expedite the traditional program, because now you have 3 or 4 or 5 different trade lines that are reporting to the EIN, reporting on the business credit side, helping you build business credit. They don't show up on your personal credit. However, you do need a person to qualify for the program. It doesn't have to be you, but someone who meets the requirements can qualify you for this program. The banks will issue these credit lines to you in 2 to 3 weeks, 0% for 12 to 18 months, sometimes all the way up to $200,000. Who is this program for? It's perfect for businesses that are brand new and don't have revenues and don't have receivables, but they have good credit and they want to use it. It's perfect for real estate investors who are in fix and flip or looking to pick up properties and using this with the DSCR program, because now they're coming up with down payment assistance, $150,000, $200,000 that they can use to continue building their portfolio. They're no longer using hard money at insane interest rates that they can't afford to pay back, because it's 0% for 12 to 18 months. So they're continuing to roll this program over and over and over again, taking $50,000 here, $60,000 here, $70,000 here, and purchasing 3 or 4 properties, using that 0% for 18 months, selling the property, paying off the credit lines that they use, and now they've profited all of that without adding $1 of interest to their project. It's extremely powerful. So what are some of the requirements for the program? The banks like to see a 680 or better on all 3 bureaus on the personal side. So they want to see a FICO of 680 or better. They want to see no previous bankruptcies in the last 5 years. The longer the better. They also want to see a maximum of 4 hard inquiries in the last 12 months. That doesn't include auto loans, and that doesn't include mortgages. And they also like to see under 40% utilization on all of your revolving accounts on the personal side. So if you have credit cards on the personal side that are under 40% utilization, meet all those other requirements, what we'll do is get you in contact with our finance team so we can layer this on top of the traditional program. If you qualify, you get access to this as you're working through the traditional program. Our underwriting team will start doing this right away, and within 2 to 3 weeks, you have the offers in front of you, and you get to pick and choose which ones you want to work in and accept those offers. The money is yours to do what you want. You get to enjoy 0% interest for 12 to 18 months, sometimes even all the way up to 2 years. So extremely powerful program. We're super proud of it. Our real estate friends love it. Our startup friends love it that have good personal credit and want to utilize it. It helps them build business credit and helps them run through that traditional track as well. So that's a lot of information, right? But what's our promise? Our promise is we guarantee success or your money back. You get to keep the work we've done. That's the performance guarantee that we talked about. Also, no premium on rates. You guys understand that. Whatever the rate is from that lender that they're offering is straight to you. No premium, no upcharge. So there's no more additional fees, right? I pay the $29.95. I get access to all these great programs. I get lifetime access. I get to work with a concierge team who's the experts. What's the catch, right? The catch is this. We get paid by the banks when we achieve success for our clients. So as we have a vested interest in our clients, we're continuing to work for you to allow you to continue building your credit profile, continue getting access to corporate credit, continue to take advantage of all these programs. We get a little bit of a success fee from the bank as we continue to place you successfully with them. Because you have to think about it. We found you. We enrolled you, we helped structure you, we helped build your business credit profile, we helped walk that whole journey with you, and we delivered you to the bank at, on a silver platter wrapped in a bow tie. So the banks will pay us a little bit of a success fee for that because there was no cost of acquisition for you to become a client of theirs. That's how we're able to make our money. That's how we're able to maintain profitability, and how we're able to make sure that we can continue to hire staff and continue to have them ready on the phone when our clients call in and want that extra concierge support that they're looking for. And again, you get to keep using our platform forever. Pay the fee once, we'll use it 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it might be. Continue using our platform forever. So let's talk about some next steps, right? Since this is a done with you program, all of you guys have access to this in your Dreams back office. You can book an appointment with us today, and that'll allow you to ask some questions maybe that you have about your situation. You can also send your link out to people that might be able to take advantage of this program. It is a commissionable product to Dreams Resources, to the reps as well. So please, if you have any questions, want to learn more, have clients that you think need to hear this, share your link with them. It's available to you in your back office. It's all traced back to you. So that way we're able to know where the referral source came from, and we're able to reward you for that. So let's talk about the next step. Step 1, right? Evaluate and enroll your business. There's a fundable scan on our website that you can go check for success, show you the green flags, show you the red flags, and make sure that we're continuing to move through the program. From there, we're going to help you get registered with the major credit bureaus. We're going to help use your dashboard to monitor business credit scores. We're going to get you set up with Dun & Bradstreet. We're going to get you set up with Experian. We'll get you set up with Equifax. Make sure that we continue to build these relationships with these bureaus and continue to build on those scores that we're creating for you in your dashboard. We're going to help you establish trade line and activity accounts, right? These accounts are what are helping us build the business credit. We want to make sure that we are building a footprint, building a identity with the banks, with the bureaus, with everyone involved in this program, so they can continue to allow us access to you and allow us to continue building on your profile. So the more accounts you have, the faster the scores advance, right? Because now we have more accounts that are reporting, more activity. The banks are like, well, this business is in check. They pay their bills every month. They never miss a payment. They pay early. They're using their accounts. Let's test them with this program. Let's see if we can offer them a credit line of $20,000 or $30,000, and let them go ahead and take advantage of that because they've shown that they are clearly responsible with their cash. They know how to operate their business. We recommend 6 to 10 accounts for verification purposes, right? This really helps the process become set in stone, really deepens the identity, and lets a lot of the fun start to happen. Once we have all these accounts and they're reporting, that allows us to really work through and work our magic of getting you unsecured credit over and over again without reapplying. Now that's where we come in here, right? Get access to credit, trade lines, fleet cards, gas cards, credit cards, without personal guarantees, 0% business credit cards, vehicle financing solely based off the EIN, stackable lines of credit that you can take advantage of, stacking multiple offers on top of each other, all linked to the EIN. There's no personal impact on the personal credit. Everything we do is on the EIN side. Everything we do is helping you build a business credit to set up your future, set up your foundation, and get access to corporate credit over and over again. And last but not least, right, the key benefits of the program. We're helping you build substantial business credit with no personal guarantees required. We're helping you get access to continuous funding without starting the process over again, without going through those hurdles. And we're allowing our team to become your team. Your personalized support and concierge team is my team. However, they work for you. They report to you. You get direct access to them to continue working with them and allow them to walk you through the program. It's done with you. Take advantage of them, right? The clients that have the most success in our program are the ones that are working with them day in and day out. They're setting reminders on their phone. Hey, let me call Fundable 360 and see how things are going. See what I can do. See how my account's reporting. See where the status is and see what they're doing, right? So you can learn as well. That would be it. That's the Fundable 360 program. We're super proud of it. We're super excited to be working with all you guys. There's a lot of you guys that we talk to on a regular basis that are loving the program. You have clients that are in the program and they're also taking advantage of it. And we appreciate you for that. We also appreciate all of you guys attending this training on a Thursday afternoon, spending about 25 or 30 minutes with me to learn more about the program, whether it be for yourself or for the people that you work with in your network, getting, caught up on it. So please, if you have any questions, do set an appointment with us so we can have some one-on-one time. That link's in your back office. It will take you to a Calendly that books on our end. So we can have some time scheduled to go through your situation or, answer maybe some specific questions that you have as well. Use your link, send it to people that might want to take advantage of it. We're happy to jump on a no obligation consultation with anyone that might be interested, right? Go through their scenario, let them know about the program, answer questions they may have, and make sure that we're a good fit for what they're looking to do. So that would be it for the presentation. I'm going to stick around here for a couple minutes, take some questions maybe that you guys have for the last 20 minutes. Be happy to answer those, and then I'll hand it back to Mike, and we'll all get out of here as well.
There's a question in the chat. It says, does the $3,000 include the cost of the trade lines?
So, good question. It does not. So the $3,000, what that does is get you access to the Business Credit Builder program, the lifetime access with the concierge team, and it also gets you access to the hybrid program if you qualify and want to take advantage of it. However, the trade lines is responsibility for the client, and that's what helps us build the business credit. So we help you get set up with trade lines that we all shop at every day, usually in the beginning for verification purposes, to help us build business credit, help us start to drive those scores in the right place. But that is the responsibility of the client, and that's how we go through that process of building business credit. My team will guide you through opening the accounts, when to open them, how to use them, when to pay them, when to apply for more. They'll guide you through all that, but you're responsible for using them, for your business. And there's tons and tons of options that we all shop at every day in the beginning. So you can kind of pick and tailor them to what you're looking for and what suits your personal life or your business life.
Thank you. And Alexander, you're up.
Just so if I'm understanding it correctly, you're not really providing the funding yourself. You're kind of being the channel that directs, clients to banks and other lenders that actually provide the funding. And if that's the case, then, if we have a client that has a need for, they're a corporation, they need $250,000, and a client that maybe needs $50,000, our commission is going to be the same. It doesn't really matter how much we're referring over, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah. So, Alex, just so you're clear on that. So the traditional program we run is that Business Credit Builder program, and that's what everyone goes through. We also have an in-house finance team that works with clients on the more traditional side for lending, if that's what they're looking for, right? They're a corporation. They've been around for 10 years. They have revenue. They have receivables. They have all the requirements to qualify for a term loan or for a business line of credit or SBA, whatever it might be. So we also have channels that we will push them through and let them work with our finance team to discover those options and see what's available to them as well. So we absolutely do have that ability to work with those clients of that scale. As far as the commission, right now, the commissionable part to Dreams is on the enrollment fee. So about 20% of the enrollment fee of the $3,000 goes through the grid and gets pushed out that way. That's the referral bonus right now.
And one other question, you said lines of credit. Do you also do cash? Like, for business looking to just get like $250 cash, or are you only doing business lines of credit?
Yeah, so that, like, if they're looking for like a term loan or SBA or something like that, we absolutely will let them, work with our finance team to see what options are available to them. And if they want to go like, hey, I want a term loan for 5 years and looking kind of for this amount, absolutely something we can do.
Okay, thanks.
Julio, you're up.
Yeah, I had a question about a business owner. If we are marketing to a business owner about this program, but they're from another country, but they're here like on visa, trying to expand their business from a different, from a foreign country, do they have access to this program?
Yeah, Julio, I would recommend if you use the link in your back office and schedule some time with us. That way we can kind of get a full understanding of the scenario and obviously make sure that they're qualified for the program and can be a good fit, and we can do something to help them as well.
Okay, the reason I asked is because when I was at the LA Expo in October last year, I came across a couple people that went through the expo, and I was talking to them about our business, and they said exactly what I told you, that I think one guy was from England, and he was here, and he was doing business here already, but the home base or his company was in England. So that's why I was asking if he's like expanding his business or trying to look for American business, would we offer this program to him?
Yeah, as long as the business is set up in the United States, and the LLC's filed in one of the 50 states here, or the corporation's filed in one of the 50 states, and they have an EIN issued from the IRS, they can work through the program.
So if their corporation is in England, they would have to open up an LLC over here?
Yeah, so this program is only available to businesses that are operating in the 50 United States at the moment. However, we have some clients that live in Canada but operate U.S.-based businesses, and that works totally fine. So they have like an LLC in Delaware or in Maine, and it's operated and functions in the United States, but they live in Canada.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Wandell?
Yes. My question is, I had a farmer who income comes in, seasonal, and he don't have like most of the banks or credit institutes that offer lines of credit or whatever. I wanted him to have like maybe 20,000, per month coming through. Do you guys honor seasonal income companies like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to, like I said, schedule some time with him and kind of go through it and learn a little bit more about his business so we can make sure that there's a solution and a fit for helping him